congratulations on the jacket. You've been in the news.
Thank you. And it's a good time to talk to everyone. And the thanks has to go to the Prime Minister, right? Because if not for him wearing the jacket, I don't think I'd be talking to you.
Yes, definitely. So I'll just come straight to the point. So how did you get this idea of manufacturing sustainable garments?
So we were manufacturers of recycled polyester, and we've been doing that for the last 15 years. So we recycle post-consumer PET bottles, like these water bottles is what we recycle, and that we make it into polyester fiber. So that fiber is then converted to yarn to fabric, and fabric to garments. So we were in the entire value chain prior to starting this brand. So we were, doing up to the garment stage, and we realized that why not we launch our own brand and take this message of sustainable fashion all across India. Because India was not really receptive to sustainability as much as it is in the Europe as well as in US. Europe especially is extremely sensitive to sustainability, and they welcome such people. India is at a very nascent stage when it comes to sustainability. So we thought it's a good point to start this brand, bring about awareness, and make people embrace sustainable fashion, because that way, a lot of energy that is getting used in the value chain will be reduced greatly. As you know, textile uses a lot of resources. The value chain uses a lot of resources. So we thought, sensitizing the public on this aspect will bring about a change. So that's what that was the idea behind starting the brand. And now it has got a lot of prominence post, the biggest endorsement from the Prime Minister himself. And it's nice to get an encouraging by the senior most statesman in the country, because he has not only realized that he's not only sent a green message to the globe, but he's also inspired an MSME entrepreneur from a place like Peru to be seen by everyone. I think without saying a single word, doing that by his action is quite remarkable and extremely humbling.
That's really nice, sir. And how did you manufacture this jacket? If I would want to know the procedure, the process about it. Yeah, so how was the jacket manufactured?
Once you use these PET bottles, you throw it, and that goes to a rack picker. The rack picker picks it up and he gives it to mandis, where our suppliers go and take these bottles. So our suppliers compress these bottles in the form of bales, because it's cheaper to transport in a compressed form. Also, it's easy for us to process. So those bales come to us in our factory. It is sorted. The first stage is sorting, where we remove the caps and we remove the labels. Why? Because only the bottle, which is polyethylene terephthalate, PET, only that can become polyester. That is a product that can be used in textiles. The cap or the wrapper cannot be made into textiles. So we separate all of that. That's called a sorting process. After the sorting, we crush them. We crush them in the form of flakes. Okay, it looks like cornflakes. So imagine a bottle getting crushed in the form of a cornflake. That is how it looks. So we call it flakes. And these flakes are then recycled in a 10-stage process, where all the dirt and all the other organic, inorganic content gets removed. So it's basically washed and dried, in layman terms. And those dirty flakes become clean flakes. And these flakes are then converted to fiber. They are manufactured into fiber by drying, by melting it at 300 degrees Celsius, by forming a fiber that is smaller than the human hair in diameter, and that is finished by way of stretching, annealing, crimping, drying, cutting, and packing. So this is what happens from bottle to fiber. This is the most critical step of the entire value chain of recycled polyester, because it's not so easy to convert bottles to fiber. It requires a lot of technology, a lot of process knowledge, a lot of chemical engineering, polymer engineering knowledge is required. Once it becomes recycled polyester fiber, then it takes the conventional route that the textile value chain takes, where it is sent to a spinning mill, converted to yarn. That yarn is then sent to knitting for it to be converted to fabric. We use a circular knitting machine to convert the yarn to fabric. That fabric is again in turn based on the customer specification. It is cut it is sewn, which is using a sewing machine. Then it is ironed and packed and then shipped to the consumer. So this is largely the process.
How did you get him to wear the jacket?
So we didn't get him to wear the jacket. He chose it himself. I don't think it's right for us to say that, but we gave him options. That we can say. So Indian Oil Corporation, see, we've been working with a lot of corporates in the last year or so. All these MNCs who had these ESG goals, right? Environment, social and governance goals. They were tying up with us for their environment needs. Like, for example, they'll have an event and they would want t-shirts made out of PET bottles to show their stakeholders that they are actually pro-environment, pro-sustainability and all that. So that's how Indian Oil Corporation got to know about us. And we are also the only company in India which recycles from bottle to garment, end to end. We do every part of the manufacturing ourselves. We don't have, we are not like piece-wise, right? We do only fiber or only garment. It's not like that. We do everything. So that way they found us to have a lot of strength. And Indian Oil had approached us for this event at Bengaluru, the India Energy Week.
Yeah.
Prior to that, about 4 months prior to that, we had presented, the same jacket in Chandan color to the Honorable Petroleum Minister, Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri. And he wore it and he liked it a lot. And so he came up with this idea. IOCL had gone to him saying that, why don't we do this to the Prime Minister, present him something of the same sort. So, but then with the PMO, you have a lot of protocol, right? So we were working with IOCL continuously for 2-3 months, sending them fabrics of different options, iterating continuously. And the PMO was, I think they were very clear about the kind of fabric that goes into, his wardrobe. So it went through, a lot of tests, and then we gave him 9 colors, and those 9 colors out of which this shade. I don't know if he chose that's what was given to him at the India Energy Week during the inauguration. The IOCL chairman had presented to him in person, and following which we were all pleasantly surprised. I think even his own PMO officials would have been surprised, because he does something that nobody else thinks about, and with just one act of his, he says many things and many positive things as well. So I was in a meeting with my senior staff in Karur. I was talking to them, and the media, the family and my friends, they started to ping me and say that it's gone viral, he's worn it and come to the parliament. And that's when we actually got on to this our television. We saw it. It was a very overwhelming feeling. And also I reiterate that it's his magnanimity that he has respected the work of MSME entrepreneur, MSME company from a tier 3 town like Karur. I don't think most of you will know. I don't know if you knew about Karur prior to this news.
Yes. No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So and you're from which place?
I'm from Delhi.
Yeah. So
based in Bangalore.
Yeah, Delhi. Mostly people from Delhi think that South is usually Kerala. And that's what they ask me whenever I come to Delhi. They say, are you from Kerala? They don't even know there's a place called Tamil Nadu. Okay, so forget about Chennai. I don't think Karur will even come into the minds of people in Delhi, right? So
no, I definitely know the states and the cities, but not that much. I'm sorry, but yes, I do.
Yeah, so Karur is now on the global map, and we're very happy it's happened through us. And we're very happy again with the magnanimity of the Prime Minister for encouraging a tier 3 company, MSME company, by his act, and also give a very clear message, for the environment, for sustainability and things like that. And also he's given a coinage for G20 and for a lot of events that are going to follow, right? He's called it lifestyle for environment, which means he wants this as a concept that has to develop, in the years to come. He's a very progressive, proactive leader. Whenever you go to him with a project, this is what I've heard from other industrialists. Whenever you go to him with a project, let's say X, he would want us to think about 5X. And he would ask, what does the government have to do for you to be able to grow this much? That's very proactive leadership. And I think with both his message of wearing it in the parliament, as well as giving this coinage of lifestyle for environment, it is a very clear message for people in the recycling industry to, boldly take, steps forward And also we understand the government wants to do a lot for our industry, which is again very, very encouraging. So just one act with no words means a lot of things.
Definitely. And how do you see the plastic scenario in India? Like now we've banned the single use, but still we have plastic menace in the country. So what is your, like, how do you think we should deal with it?
See, plastics are of different types and you can't do away with them, right? It's become a part of our life. Because if you go to those old ways of, packaging or anything, as a matter of fact, it involves a lot of energy. That means a lot of emissions. And for 140 crore Indians, if we resort to that stage, it's not sustainable at all, right? Which is why plastic packaging has come. So plastic is necessary. There are no two ways about it. But disposing the plastic is what needs more attention, because we still, as citizens, are not responsible enough to separate our waste in our house and hand it over to the corporation or the municipality or the panchayat. We still don't do that. Now, if that practice percolates, to the grassroots, and people are aware of, waste segregation and they take it more responsibly, that will give us better yield in terms of recycling, right? That will give us a better input. Now, today what's happening is that waste is not segregated properly. We leave it to the rag picker to actually separate waste. I would even encourage you to go to the New Delhi, the waste area, right, where they all dump the garbage. You will find rag pickers go and pick PET bottles, because that gives them, better earning than if they take a polyethylene bag, or any other plastic. As a matter of fact, all the polymers can be recycled endlessly into many different forms as well. So when plastics can be recycled, the only issue is the way we throw it and the way it comes to the recycler. If that has to be done not only by the industry, but that also has to be done by the public as well as the government. So it has to be a partnership amongst the three where this is sensitized. I can give you an example of Japan. Japan has a very good sorting method. I mean, the city are knowledge to separate the waste and put it. They have discipline, very good discipline, which is why amongst all the PET bottle waste that's available across the globe, Japanese waste is always the best. It comes clean. So that's a case study for us to take, for India to take and for India to imbibe. And I think with this brand awareness and all that, all these things will also happen. And so plastic as such is essential, but the way we throw it is important. And if we are responsible about that, and I'm very sure that recycling will ensure that we don't see much of plastic waste in the environment.
Definitely. And any future projects that you're working on where we'll be seeing your sustainable garments anywhere?
Right now we're D2C, we're just online. And we're also on Amazon, Flipkart. I mean, the marketplaces we are available. And we also work with corporates. So I've not really thought about retail presence in terms of shops and stuff, because that is something that I don't want to do. I mean, D2C was a concept that came to break that. So I've started going in that way. So, I just want to see how it goes and then design. But we are available online as of now. And the idea is to, spread this message all over India and, probably take it to, 5-6 times of what we are doing today. I'm very sure that, it has come. But now that the endorsement has come, I should be aiming 60 times. I think Prime Minister Modi would like me to do that.
Definitely. And we would as well. And thank you so much for speaking to us. It has been a lovely conversation. Thank you so much. And have a great day.
Thank you, Gargi. It was nice.
Thank you.
If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.